All right, let's talk about this. This is the article you showed me.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna throw a bone to the Biden people with this article, and this one in
How?
particular, it's kind of like it's buying into this ridiculous idea that Biden is actually going to be the president. So this guy
Okay. All right.
wanted to go on a mission to really reach out to those Trump supporters and try to unify. And so I want you to scroll down. There's a paragraph that starts, so in late 2016. Oh, show full article.
Hold on. Let me.
Hopefully you can.
I can't. It's not letting me.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Okay. Hold on. Give me a second.
Oh no.
I got it. I got it.
You got it.
In late 2017. Wait.
In
what?
late 2016. So it's
Oh,
not that
maybe.
far into it. There it is. Right under that little.
Got
there
it.
we go.
Okay.
So in late 2016, I told my speaking agency to book me for events in the states where Mr. Trump won. So this guy was so committed that he rescinded whatever declaration he made to not go to states where Trump won, and told his speaking agency, you know what, I'll do those events in those red states. I'll take that hit. And then he was like, talked about how like over the next 4 years, I gave more than a dozen talks to universities. Okay, first off, I am actually a professional speaker. I used to have a speaking agency before I fired them because they didn't like I was doing all this Trump stuff. So I don't have a speaking agency anymore, but I used to. And I will tell you that if you're only doing a dozen talks over 4 years, you're not doing it very well. Like, that is not a lot of talks. There have been I have done a dozen talks over the course of a couple months, let alone a couple years. So this guy's already showing that he really doesn't have like he doesn't have the chops and experience to really be doing this. But so he goes on to talk about how he was going to speak to these universities in these red states. And I reminded them that those who are now considered white, such as Irish Catholic, Eastern Europeans, Jews, Greeks, Italians, were once the boogeyman. I warned them that supporting white nationalism, and Mr. Trump in particular, would be a self-destructive and an act of self-immolation, that they will neither help their families or America become great again. So essentially what this guy is saying is he went and lectured people in red states about why they're wrong. And so then in the next paragraph, he says, and I listened. Those in the audience who supported Mr. Trump came up to me and assured me they weren't racist. They often said they enjoyed my talk, if not my politics. Still, not one told me they wavered in their support of him. So what he's basically saying is they didn't convert to my way of thinking. And so I don't even think we should bother talking to Trump supporters anymore. He goes on and on about how like he really tried talking to Trump supporters, but they just ended up not agreeing with him, and he didn't really understand this. And so he failed in all these conversations, and it's not even worth, even ends it like, don't waste your time reaching out to Trump supporters as I did. These people, it's like, it is mind-boggling to me, because when I first started getting into this stuff, I mean, I went on a journey of genuinely wanting to understand why people voted for Donald Trump. I didn't support Trump at the beginning. I thought I was vote blue no matter who, and I really just wanted to understand what people saw in him. And I went in with an open mind. I didn't get it at all. And I talked to people and I listened, and over the course of time, they absolutely they're absolutely very valid reasons for supporting Trump. Absolutely. Yep. It's a different way of seeing the world. It's a different set of values, but there are completely legitimate reasons for wanting to support this man. And people on the left just don't understand this at all. And they have no open-mindedness to the fact that there is more ways to see the world than simply the ones that are in their particular perspective.
Or what the media tells you what that is too, because that's really what it is. Check this article out.
Check this What's that?
This is from the Dan Bongino show. Oh, Larry Elder, don't expect Trump supporters to heal after 4 years of being called Nazis. Yeah. My God. Yeah, it's like, well, what do you expect, man? For 4 years, you've been telling everyone who supports the president that they're racist, that they're... here we go. After 4 years of attacking President Trump as illegitimate, fascist, Nazi, tyrant, dictator, racist, anti-Semitic, Russian, stooge, traitor, grifter, xenophobe, sexist, homophobe, ignorant, fat, and lazy, former Vice President Joe Biden, the presumptive, I like that, president-elect, now says, let's heal. In his victory speech, Biden says, "And to those who voted for Trump, I understand your disappointment tonight. I've lost a couple of elections myself, but now let's give each other a chance. It's time to put away the harsh rhetoric, to lower the temperature, to see each other again, and to listen to each other again." You're the one with the harsh rhetoric. All you on the left. We talked earlier about walking through the crowd. There was nothing but love. You know what? There was people riding bikes and block yelling these things at us, at me, because I was in that crowd, because I am a Trump supporter. They're still calling us all these crazy names. And now you're going to do that? You know what the people were yelling at them? Come talk to us. You know, why don't you just come talk to us? I did hear that. We love you. You know, we're not angry at you, because we're not. Because this is the age-old adage now. It feels like it. The left feels like the right is evil, and that is so apparent. Well, the right just feels the left is misinformed, and that is so true. That rings so true there, because this guy is like, well, I tried. Look at the name of this article from that you brought up from the New York Times. Just the title. I reach out to Trump supporters. They said, I tried. I give up. You didn't try, dude. You tried to convert them. You tried to make them see the error in their ways. Well, they're not wrong, because they're not racist. They're not xenophobic like you assume that they are. That's why they were like, okay, well, you're crazy. Because we're not like that. They're trying to convince us that we're crazy, that we're racist. You can't convince that when someone isn't. That's what that's what this whole Black Lives Matter movement feels like, that they're trying to convince people that they're racist. Oh, you're racist because you're white. No, I'm not. I'm white. Yes. That's the only fact there that is true. Am I racist? No, of course not. Someone's character lies in their heart. The way to the heart, okay, has nothing to do with skin color. That's it. Period.
And I don't know if you had this experience after you kind of came out of the closet as a Trump supporter, or after you evolved to that. And it was like, for me, when I wasn't even a Trump supporter yet. I just wrote an article that said Trump supporters aren't Nazis and maybe we should try listening to them. And I was disowned immediately by all of my friends and people I had known for years and years and years. And they said, like, Carlin, you're a racist, you're a Nazi. I'm like, what are you even talking about? You have known me for 10 years. When have I ever said anything racist to you?
How? Where did you get that information from? Oh, right. The news. That's
exactly.
That's where they get it from. It's craziness. Crazy talk. So it's not really surprising. Well, newsflash, everybody. The election is not over. Okay? Nope. It's not over. And Trumpism, as you say, it's not Trumpism. It's being American. Okay? Americans love America. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being proud of your country. I'm proud of my country. I love America. We have freedom of speech. We have so many freedoms that it's amazing. Okay, we are proving to the world we're the world's oldest democracy. I mean, I obviously we're a republic, democratic republic, but we're going strong. Almost 300. We'll be 300 years this century. That's amazing, and we're going to continue. All right. And that Constitution, it's not going anywhere. Okay. Just thought you should know that.
Nope. All right. And I'll say this too. I want to say one last thing. So I remember in college, I went to school in Boston, which is, right where the Revolutionary War started. And I remember when I was in college back in the day, because I'm old, I loved studying the Revolutionary War. And I was so proud of the founding of this country. And, over the course of years of being an adult and doing other things, that love was lost. And one of the things I'm really so grateful for in this whole experience is that I feel that love of country again. And I feel that pride that, it wasn't started as a perfect country. It was not a perfect place, but the founders were good men and they had a vision, and that vision has lit the way for the world for the past almost 300 years. And that's something to be proud of.
Yep. And because of that document, we freed the slaves were freed. It's become outlawed. Segregation's gone. Women have equal rights. More people in the past 15 years have been risen out of poverty than all of human history. All in the past 15 years. Now, that's incredible. Okay. That's because of capitalism. All right. I'm not saying it's a perfect system, but man, people are not, they're only focused with a microscope on the bad stuff. They're not looking at the mountains of amazing things that have happened. The mountains.